Okay. Give me one moment, guys. Ugh. What the hell is it? Oh. Well, it's not supposed to be red, but... Ah, there we go. Oh. Bringing back the good old times. Okay, welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I'm your host, Carlito Santiago, and today we're here to talk about what went down on Friday Night SmackDown for you guys before a Saturday Night main event, which I will be checking out tonight. Even though I don't want to watch it, but I still think that Sami and Gunther need to be added to this match because it can't just be Cody and fucking Punk. It just can't, you know. But here we go. The Ring General is furious. After a quick video recap of what went down on SmackDown, and of course, before the show starting, Rhea Ripley has vacated the WWE Women's Championship due to an injury. A ladder match at SummerSlam will crown an interim champion. So basically, a title holder. As far as we know, there are two qualifying matches tonight for this. Tiffany Stratton versus... Who the fuck did she... Oh, Jacy Jayne. Tiffany Stratton versus Jacy Jayne. And Jade Cargill versus Nia Jax. But Gunther came out to the ring to start the show. He immediately addressed attacking Nick Aldis last week, and he blamed being mistreated since coming to SmackDown as the reason. He has complained about having to team with Sami Zayn tonight, before Adam Pearce came out and told him that he's heard enough. He informed him that he and Zayn win tomorrow, they will be added to the WWE title bout at SummerSlam, which had Gunther of just let Aldis finish what he was saying last week, he would have mentioned that, but he didn't get to. So now it should be that. It should be Sami Zayn and Gunther added to the match. They should win tonight. Maybe if Sami Zayn and Gunther can get along, Cody and Punk definitely are going to get along, and the baby faces and all this. If anybody should be taking the pin, it should be Cody. Cody's the challenger, and Punk is champion. Punk should not be taking the fucking pinfall. Cody and Punk looked good on Monday, I believe. Wait, no. When did they had their? When did they have it? Was it last week? Yeah, I am even forgetting. But I know they had a confrontation. I think it was last week. They looked good last week. So here should be all right. Cody Rhodes came out and he wasn't looking to talk. He rushed to the ring and attacked Gunther. He challenged the running general to a match for tonight, which all he needed was Pearce to confirm it. And Pearce was more than happy to book it. Grade a B. Well, that booking decision is going to come into play later on. First match of the evening, Finn Balor versus Tala Tonga. And I have to say, since Finn Balor has joined SmackDown, I don't know. Finn Balor feels like a SmackDown guy to me. But I don't know. He feels like he should be. He feels like he should be in the mid. Like if this is his mid card run, like this isn't. He needs to be in the U.S. title run for shit. If not World Championship title picture, he needs to be in. He's in a very very weird place. So the first match saw Finn Balor and Tala Tonga. Balor defeated Tama Tonga last week, so he was hoping to go 2 for 2 and end this feud. The big man wasted little time using his size and power to his advantage. He had control from the moment the bell rang through the commercial break, but Finn Balor started to make a comeback when the show returned. This was the typical David versus Goliath kind of bout. So, if anything, it was too predictable from the jump. Balor got the win with a coup de grace, which will help him continue building momentum as he establishes himself on the blue brand. It just wasn't exciting. The match wasn't bad, but it's hard to say it was better than fine. For some reason, Tala doesn't feel like a giant the way guys like Big Show and Great Khali did. It might be because he is a little shorter than they are, but he is also missing the aura giants usually had. And because here in Triple H's world, giants like Tala Tonga and going to be Big Cass don't feel as important anymore. You see, Vince used to like tall, beefy men, and we don't see that anymore. Just like we don't see tag teams anymore. Like, what the fuck? Tiffany Stratton versus JC Jane. Yep, the first qualifier for the SummerSlam ladder match saw Tiffany Stratton take on JC Jane from Fatal Influence. Laney Reed and Fallon Henley were hoping to help JC get an early advantage by attacking Stratton before the bell. But Brie Bella and Paige showed up to even the odds. They're going to be having their tag team title bout tonight, so look for that. When the show returned from a break, the other women had been cleared from the area. The match was in progress. JC had control, but not for long. Tiffany ended up scoring the win and advanced to the WWE title bout at SummerSlam. This match was too short to be memorable, but it also had a couple of noticeable mistakes, like the one where usually she does her Alabama Slam, and she does like a cartwheel into it. Well, that didn't happen. Tiffy's gear was considered interesting. Baron Corbin also got a video promo from after this match. That had already happened. So, great to see. And I'm going to tell you right now, Stratton's not winning this because Stratton already has the U.S. title, women's U.S. title. So why should she win? Why should she be double champ? Just saying. Double champ doesn't make sense to me for her. Great to see though. The next match saw this was another one. Nia Jax and Jade Cargill fought for one of the spots in the SummerSlam ladder match. They got a couple of minutes into the fight before Charlotte Flair showed up and drawed a DQ by attacking Cargill. This was a complete failure because there was just not enough. Nia Jax is going to definitely complain to Adam Pearce or Nick Aldis, whoever is in charge at this point, for a rematch. She's probably going to face the woman that attacked her, Charlotte Flair, for the opportunity, and she is still going to lose. But needless to say, that's WWE booking 101. Like, just expect that to happen. You know, just something to expect. So, Charlotte Flair showed up, draw a DQ. Jade Cargill now advances to that ladder match just for the sake of it. She tried to get revenge for Bliss after the attack she suffered last week, but Beef Michin saved her from having her arm stomped into a chair. Jax was furious because, remember, Flair cost her. So she smashed her in the corner before leaving, which left her open to an attack from Cargill. The match lasted about a minute before the DQ. It didn't make the feud between Cargill and Flair more interesting. It didn't prove a satisfying conclusion to anything. So, fail. Blake Monroe attacked Candice LeRae backstage after getting an interview with Gunther backstage. Candice LeRae was talking to Gunther about, hoping that Sammy and him win because that's the only hope that Johnny Gargano has a chance of getting back and having an opportunity. A comatose Johnny Gargano did nothing to stop Blake Monroe from attacking Candice LeRae backstage after the Gunther talk with Jackie Redmond and Candice LeRae. Blake Monroe has just been shown attacking people backstage, which really doesn't set up anything for her character. Needless to say, Blake Monroe needs to have a feud. If anything, Blake Monroe could be added to this match to make it feel interesting. The War Raiders then, of course, took on yes, the current AAA Tag Team Champions, the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, with Ivar going with a kind of a bald ponytail look. I'm digging it. They had a match with Axiom and Nathan Frazier, also known as Fraxium, but I can't call him that. I really can't. WWE is trying to rebuild the War Raiders, so it is nice to see them back on the main show instead of being regulated to main event and AAA. Neither of these teams have been featured in recent months, so it was nice to see them get a chance to show off a bit in this match. They were given enough time to do so. With both teams being able to have a moment to control the crowd and control the pace of the match. This was a big improvement over everything else that we've seen up to this point. So both teams brought a lot of energy to the ring. So even so, the outcome was pretty obvious ahead of time, but it was still an enjoyable journey. Eric and Ivar picked up a win, giving them momentum on their path to back to the WWE Tag Team titles held by Priest and Truth. Priest being regulated to AAA for a little moment, trying to build up to some sort of revolution in AAA, which, of course, you can check out tonight on YouTube. It's mind-boggling that WWE hasn't found more for Eric and I to do. That is very true. B+, and probably the best thing on the card, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to go out of your way and watch a match, go watch this, because I was entertained by what these guys are doing. All the shit that they've done. Like, it's just amazing. So anyway, we moved to Cody and Gunther, and right off the jump, Cody Rhodes was not letting Gunther get to the ring with his little shredded walk. Now, Rhodes attacked him right as they got to the aisleway for a couple of minutes before they got into the ring and officially started the match. They returned from a break to see the ring general controlling the pace. The American Nightmare started to fight back and build a little momentum. The ring general then put Cody into the ring post and slammed his leg into the ring post. Punk backstage had a moment with Cody Rhodes, fearing that he would get hurt before their title match, and Punk did not want that. He wanted him 100%. And told Rhodes about the risks of doing this. He didn't listen. After Rhodes got his leg slapped up against the ring post, CM Punk arrived to cheer on his tag team partner for his weekend. But then Sami Zayn broke up, and well, all hell broke loose. These two men knew each other well, so they had no trouble making the most of this match look good. Unfortunately, the match didn't have a conclusive ending, thanks to Zayn and Punk getting involved. Punk comes out to cheer his partner on. Sami Zayn then shows up and attacks Cody Rhodes, drawing a DQ, ladies and gentlemen. So we have another DQ on the show instead of conclusive ending. If Sami Zayn had just come out to attack Punk, maybe got in the way, leading to Gunther, of course, Cody should have picked, honestly, in my general opinion, Cody should have picked up the win here. Gunther should have been distracted by Zayn. Gunther should have been mad at Zayn for getting involved, having Punk there too, right? I'm not saying have Punk cost Gunther. What I think how this ending should have been booked is instead of having all four men fight it out, right, like they did, they should have had Sami Zayn attack Punk. Punk does the whole brawl thing. Gunther gets distracted, right, because of Sami Zayn's involvement of, attacking Punk. And then having Cody Rhodes kind of slip up a little, maybe roll up 1, 2, 3 or whatever. And then the brawl. Have the brawl be the very end. Okay? They could have fit that in with the pacing that they have done for the show. They could have had the time to do it. They just didn't do it that way. Because then we could have built to having Gunther and Sami Zayn win. Now, with it being drawn as a no contest, what the fuck? B-. Danhausen has a cat now, which makes him at least 15% cooler. I don't know about that, but okay. Jackie Redmond also showed up and talked to Danhausen about his match about JD McDonough. And he did the curse bit, which fried the computer, and told Jackie that, yeah, we might need to get out of here. So they hurried on out. But the final grading for this show, though, there's no changing grades. I think every grade that has been set forth is what I would have agreed with. So every grade for this show is agreeable. Best thing on the card is the tag team match. If you guys want to go see it, it's kind of a while since you've seen a tag team match, huh? This week's episode of SmackDown only had one match that was worth watching, taking time to sit down for. Everything else can be viewed in highlights without missing much. The match between Jade Cargill and Jax was a complete throwaway, so most of the other bouts failed to deliver anything exciting. The only bout that helped keep this from being a completely skippable episode was Vraxium and the War Raiders. Eric and Ivar have been underused for far too long, so it was great to see them get a chance to remind everyone that they are one of the best powerhouse teams in the game. Saturday Night Main Event hasn't been built up in a must-see show, but most of the shows set for tomorrow night has potential to do good if booked correctly. C-. Yeah, so I'm going to agree with this grading. I think the F gives it the minus, the throwaway match between Cargill and Jax. And, yeah, needless to say that this is all what this is all we got for it. So, yeah, C+ or C- for the entire show. But what did you guys think of SmackDown? Let me know in the comment below. Don't forget to subscribe, drop a like, and, of course, on those post notifications so you never miss a stream. I don't know what it looked like beforehand, but I was just reading through all of this, so yeah. Until next time, I will see you guys on Tuesday to give you the Raw review. the next SmackDown summary next week, of course, as you guys know. And guys, we are only about maybe 2 weeks away from. Yeah, we're about 2 weeks away. Oh. We are 2 weeks away from SummerSlam, which I cannot wait to film the watch along for you guys. So, I will see you guys on Tuesday for the Raw review. Peace.